sometimes I watch on 0.25 speed to get more marshy. That's what's up. I started watching things at like 1.25, 1.50 lately. People always talk about it, but I actually started doing it. I was looking for, I bought some, so in Lorcana, there's a Rapunzel that's $50, right? And you need 4 of them for the Rapunzel deck. Lorcana is the Disney TCG, the Disney trading card game. And so I wanted to build that deck. It's really fun, but I didn't want to spend $200 on Rapunzels. So as I was investigating, you know, making an investment in that deck, I found out that the game opened up in China recently. Like they started shipping to China, like printing cards in Chinese. How's that? That's what I meant. But also, if you buy a Chinese Rapunzel, it is $18 less per card. So that was a big deal. But like the second thing is, unlike Pokemon, where Pokemon has like very strict rules on what version of a card you can play. So it's, in my last understanding, it's English or country of origin. So like, you can't mix and match. Like you can't have, like if you're Japanese, you can't have a half Japanese deck and a half English deck. It has to be one or the other because of the thickness of the cards is different. But
what is taking so long?
Probably wasn't worth using my coin there. Like the idea is to keep my hand low so I can keep tapping, but if I was going to coin anything, I should have coined the Proto-Drake. I don't know. But anyways, so a Japanese player could have a Japanese deck or an English deck playing here. But me, an American, I can only have an English deck. Like I can't make a Japanese deck. It has to be my country of origin. So there's that. So like that's their wonky rules. Magic, on the other hand, I think Magic is anything goes all the time, because in fact I'm almost 100% sure. But like if you take a card from another language, if you feel them, like compared to an English card, they feel identical. So I think their printing is more consistent. But so they just launched in China and in Japan in January for Lorcana. And what's really funny is the Chinese printing, I think, is thinner, and the Japanese printing is thicker. So but also the Chinese printing is glossy, but you still can play them all. Like they, at least as of now, and maybe I should have still bought English ones just to be safe. But anyways, at least for the time being, you can. This is a handable time, chat. You can play you can mix and match anything. Like you can play all Chinese deck, all English deck, all Japanese deck, or any combination thereof in Lorcana, even though the thickness is pretty disparate. So I wonder if they'll change that after somebody cheats by running like, you know, a play set of Japanese cards so that they can tell by thickness where their important card is. But don't do that. Don't ruin it for everybody. But anyways, so $18 less each on the card. I was like, yes, please, let's do that. And so do you guys think that's objection or ice block? I've played a thing since, right? I'll take the alibi, actually. They can have Ziraku. Why was I telling the story about this? I was telling a story about my Japanese Rapunzels, or my Chinese Rapunzels for some reason. Somebody said something to me. Oh, okay. So we were talking about watching YouTube at different speeds. All right. So my Rapunzels came in the mail, and like $18 less each is great, but it's still $32 a Rapunzel. So that's it's unfortunate. So when I opened them and I felt them, I was like, oh, this is fake, like because it's so glossy compared to the other one. But I looked online, and that's just how they come. Like I was watching people open up sealed boxes of the new Chinese printings of these cards, and that was the first thing they commented on. Was they would open it up and like, oh, this is they would comment on the card stock. Hey, Ulti. So yeah, that's my story of how I've like, it was really boring to watch. Like, I don't really like pack opening videos, but I wanted, like, they said they were going to comment on stuff, so like I didn't want to miss it. Like, I didn't want to randomly skip around, so I just watched it on 1.25 and then on 1.5, and I actually followed pretty well. It was good. New time saver unlocked, I guess. All right, so Ticketus is happening next turn. I think it's funny they just played this, but like, why not? I wonder if I like sealed my doom with that. Sargeras is in hand. I could always just do that if it gets out of hand.
Delightful insanity.
Okay. Late Martin stream? No way. Hello, Marshy. How are you? Hey, Teletubben. I used to like foreign language cards in my decks a lot. Like, I remember the Pokemon used to not have the rule where you like basically couldn't run foreign language cards, and so like I would buy Japanese ones and put them in my deck just because it was novel, right? I was so obsessed that I didn't need to ever read a card. I just knew what they all did, and not just obsessed, but also like young enough and without enough responsibilities to be able to like follow super perfectly to the point where I would never have to reference the material, so it just wasn't a factor. I wasn't paying attention. We didn't get anything that good. Look at the Potion of Illusion. It's okay. So yeah, I got a lot of those, and then they changed it to 30% of your deck, something like that. It's like you had to have either an English copy on the side to show your opponent, or you had to have a printout of the official like text of the card from the compendium site. So like you had to do one of those two things if you were going to have a foreign language card in your deck. And the reasoning they gave for eventually for limiting it initially was players were running foreign language completely foreign language cards in order to make it harder for the opponent to know what's going on. So it was like a stall tactic. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it only kills that one. 2, 3, 4, 5 would kill 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pop car. Neat. I'm wary to play Sargeras because he's going to be filling my deck all game, or filling my board all game, and it's going to make it easier for them to freeze me out of it. But yeah, then they eventually, like, 30% of your deck was so weird, right? it might have just been 13 cards or something like that. I forget. It's been a long time. It's been like 20 years. So I don't remember exactly, but it was like a percentage of your deck you can run foreign cards once upon a time in Pokemon. So I used to do that. Then they eventually just got rid of it altogether and made it the rules that it is now. Oh, I wish I still had more Ticketus. Zola off the top. Yo, that works. That works. I'll take it. Goodbye, Ramoth. Oh, that's not Ramoth. That's not coming off in order. Is it Ramoth? Oh, ETC is good. ETC is great. Man, I wish I had a Defile. Love to get rid of all this. But then when I started playing Magic, in Innistrad. The first Innistrad was my first Magic set. And, you know, for some years, whenever I would buy a Magic card, like if there was a, if there was a foreign language version available, I would buy them because they're novel to me. Now I'm like I'm not nose deep enough in any franchise to like not want to reference the text sometimes. I've played, I'm much older than I used to be. I'm not like an old man yet, obviously, but like, you know, I used to be like, you know, 20 years younger and it was easier. But there's that, but also I've played too many card games now. You know, like I've played too many card games too many times. There's too much like card game knowledge floating around there. There isn't room to like know exactly what everything does all the time. You know, in the past year, I've been really amazed at how little I remember a Hearthstone rule. I used to remember everything completely, perfectly every time, and now it's like, wait, did they change that? Oh yeah, like that's my, whenever a niche situation happens, it always catches me off guard. It didn't used to. So I no longer enjoy foreign cards in the same way I used to. I used to really love them, and now but I was putting together this Magic deck, and I didn't buy any cards that I had already. Like obviously, why would I? But from my days of enjoying foreign language cards, there's something in here. It's the last one of the chunk I took. Ta-da! Relic of Spagheticus Progenitus, right? I don't know because I can't read this language. But yeah, I have a playset of these for Tron. I had a Tron deck that I loved for Modern. So I had a playset of those. So yeah, I reused that just because I used to have it. It'd be so nice if my opponent would just lose to me. You know what I mean, chat? Why do they have to have this solid alibi up all the time? I guess. Filthy Tron player confirmed. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing the Tron has like a negative thing to it. I never really think in these terms. Like, it's so like new to me in the like streaming world. Like, it used to be, you know, sometimes the deck would bug me a little bit, but never that much. And you know, people can just play their cards, right? Like you'd see a deck sometimes. But since streaming, I've been exposed to so many people who just like have opinions on things, and I found that like people don't like Tron. Like for me, someone played Tron against me once, and I instantly fell in love. I was like, oh, I want to do that. Like playing the 3 lands together, that was so cool to me back then. Tron is like, it's Urza Tron. There are these 3 Urza lands, and you get mana for tapping them if you have all 3 of them out. So one of them taps for 2 if you have the other 2, one of them taps for 2 if you have the other 2, and the third one taps for 3 if you have the other 2. So if you have all 3 out, you can make 7 colorless mana much sooner than you're supposed to, and you can play a 7 mana colorless planeswalker much sooner than you're allowed to play. But that happened to me. I was like, I want to do that. And I found out after streaming that there's a section of the player base that just doesn't like Tron. It's crazy to me. I wasn't planning to play that, which is why I ordered all just there. Man, how am I gonna get this out of my hand without burning cards? All right. Tron is chill with me, but that's the reputation. Yeah, I subscribe to the Martian philosophy of play what you like. That's what's up. Yeah, I wasn't like ripping on you or anything, or like trying to make a point of it. I was just remarking on like, it's so surprising to me. Like the deck feels so innocuous. Like, I don't know, it's just a cool deck. Hey, I don't even know why people wouldn't like it. Is it just because it cheats a bunch of mana? It cheats such like funny cards into play. I don't know. I think it was Jin who, when he found out that I played Tron, called it Big Priest. Like apparently that's Big Priest, the Big Priest of MTG. Doesn't feel that way to me. Like for me, it's fun to hunt for the different lands and then play the big planeswalker, right? Like Big Priest is like you draw Shadow Essence and then you either win or you lose, depending. But like when you're doing Urzatron, it's about finding your funny lands that thematically go together. Like I enjoy Tron a lot, and Big Priest is unplayable to me. So I don't think that they're a good comparison, frankly, but it's funny. Why don't you have Finley in this deck? Finley does not draw. Otherwise, I would run it.
Thompson versus Goff.
I defend the blessings of nature.
You're already dead.
Tron is a combo ramp deck. You're a combo ramp deck. Tron is a fun deck, is what it is. It's a sweet deck. I'm like shocked that anyone hates it. So like it was so like, really, that deck is hated.
I see you brought guests.
I also, when I played Tron, I was much more like into themed things. Like my only commander deck at the time was a sliver deck. Now I can't really play themed things most of the time. My favorite most played commander deck is my Grist deck, and it's an insect deck, but it's not like, slivers as a creature type work the same way that Murlocs do in Hearthstone, where like you just try to get out as many slivers as you can on board, and the more slivers you have, the more strong your other slivers are. They just give each other a bunch of keywords and stats and whatever. So like that ends up playing very curved stone boring. So at the time it was really fun for me, but now it's unplayable. Like I don't like any of that type of stuff now. And like I remember in the Barons, I was looking forward to the Murlocs the most. I was like, oh, Murloc Shaman's back, that's sweet. And then I didn't play it at all. Like I don't really things having a creature type theme isn't enough for me anymore. But at the time, that was like my biggest thing, is like if I wanted my stuff to be themed. So I like the Grist insect theme, but I also like it's a get stuff in your discard pile, do stuff with your discard pile deck. It's not like full on just play out insects. So like it's not really comparable to other spam a creature type of strategies. It like they're in there, but it's gotten to, there are so few insects in my grist deck now that I have to run cards that turn things into insects for my deck to work, you know. Anyways, so the theme of having to play those 3 special lands that work well together was a huge draw to me for that deck. It was like the coolest thing I'd ever heard of. Just because I was so into thematic decks at the time, you know, like, oh, it's so cool, I have to assemble these like 3 special lands. To this day, by the way, Exodia is still my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It's the only one I enjoy now, mostly because I just can't be asked to read that many cards, you know, like but when Master Duel came out, I spammed a bunch of Exodia. I want to play more Magic, but I got no one to play Commander with right now. Real. I've been thinking about hitting up a local game store to play. There's one at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I might try out if if I have time. Like I might be busy, but like this is a brand new Commander deck that I've had for like a week now, and I haven't tried it once. So interested in finding a place to play. The older slivers also affected the opponent's slivers. The older Murlocs also affected the opponent's Murlocs. My first kind of proper deck was dinosaurs. I wanted to build a dinosaur deck, but I built an angel deck. I did build a theme deck. Like my angel deck is a full-on themed deck. It's like, and it's very similar to Hearthstone themes, where like the more angels you get out, the stronger your angels are. So like it is a lot more basic, and it feels that way. Like it's not fun in the same way that the other ones are. They're just kind of like, all right, I play an angel on curve, I play an angel on curve, and every time my opponent every time my opponent wipes my board, I die inside, because then I have to do so much work all over again, and they don't even get their thing back. Sure. GG's opponent, I know, right? Did I just walk into a Tron nostalgia session? It's true. I was mostly talking about how it's so weird to me that like that deck was a hated deck. I found that out years later when I started streaming. But like I've always just thought it was really cool. What's your high score on the Did You Know Hearthstone website? I didn't know that existed. I think.
You're already dead. You just don't know it yet.
Wow. Discard a random card, death rattle, draw a card, 2 for 3/2. Well, should this just be my content? 3 for 3/4. Taunt, battle cry, shuffle. It's supposed to be death rattle. I suppose I should play my day, play my game. Whenever you cast a spell, add a pre-spell to your hand. 4 for 3/5. Nothing wrong, right? So it was buffed.
I see you've brought guests. I see you've brought guests.
It was just missing the word random? Oh. That was just reading comprehension gone wrong. That's cool though. Like, I don't know, that feels like that feels stupid. I thought they were gonna only change, I mean, like, now I can look out for it, right? But like, there's definitely card text where I would never get that right. Like, you know, open a portal that summons, you know, if that's a I don't know what they changed. Like they could add the type of imp that it is, you know, like if it says twisted imp or whatever the token is called, they just threw that in there. Or like if this said 2/3/2 demons, I'd have never caught that, you know, right? That's cool though. Demon Seed. I was too busy not knowing that the word random was missing from Lyra to notice that I'm up against oh, that's cool, the Demon Seed. Wow. I wonder if I could do a whole video of just me doing that website. You guys think I could? Like I just, for half an hour, I just play Do You Know Hearthstone? You think that's a video? Should I do it? Could do a hyper edited short. Yeah, I don't want to edit that much. Felix, thank you so much for becoming an invader, my friend. How are you? Invader is on YouTube when you pay the money for the monthly. It's like a subscription that they can't call a subscription because they use subscribe or something else. Plot twist? George. Hi, Boo, the all-knowing. It's Krubusman LOB holster. You'd watch it? Nice. It looks like you can choose which expansions. That's cool. Zola. Funnily enough, I think that was just added because I don't remember getting card text changes like that when I was playing. Yeah, it could just be that Lyra specifically is bugged, but... Ooh, nice. Alright.
Is someone there?
I completed my quest faster than the Demon Seed. That's how you know my quest is better. Ooh, we're gonna need to play Malygos. Malygos. Be nicer to play it for 0 mana. I always instinct concede against Seed. How do you not get triggered just seeing the opponent play it? Yeah, it doesn't bother me against compared to a lot of other decks, especially this version of it. Like the version before this one was bothersome because like you never know when they're just gonna play Dark Lair and, you know, power through the rest of the quest, but like you have so much time now. Bustado, Supreme Archeology is the Supreme Quest. It's true. I don't know that I even beat the Demon Seed that much when I play it out, but like, you know, I have time to like try to win, you know. It's like not as bad as some other things. Zero mana Bran. Could do something with that. Ow. What will you do? Stew? Stew. We're out here stewing. Keeping it stewy. Oh, the emote didn't show up. It's it's Marshy Stew. Yes, true. True. I'm not sure what my plan is. This hand is a little clunky. I guess my hand is to plot twist all the dragons from here and try to draw Kazaku-san with the hero power. How far in are we? Yeah, ideally they'd complete and I could do Bran, Theatar. Oh my. Hmm.
Who knows what secrets
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
You mortals know nothing of madness.
So like I could poof this one. But I kind of want to just, you know, get that damage in. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna like go for the throat. Lethal? Was it lethal? No? Okay, cool. You scared me. Don't heal. Let me do it. It's fine. You were being OTC? Ah, okay. Tap Bran 2 times George. True. True. That'd do it. And getting the 0 mana Sarah is pretty sweet. And we get to do double goose. That's cool. It's a good dragon game. Ow. Ow. Bummer. Now I need 6 more damage. Now I need so much more damage. This is still alive. Oh my goodness, we did get double George. I don't think I'm gonna double George though. That's pretty good.
What is taking so long?
8 combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Alright, well that was stupid of me actually. Because I was specifically trying to get stuff out of my hand, but yeah. Almost, chat. Almost. I was trying to like do a cool Popgar thing here. I did mess it up towards the end. But like, also I don't think it was happening.
Flesh fails. Try crystal.
I miss having 30 mana for turns like this. Me too. Me too. Sing Along Buddy would go so hard here. It's true. Sing Along Buddy would be pretty funny once the quest is completed. I wonder if it's worth considering for the Dragonless version. Fools following a Scrumbo. True. True. 9. 15. Yeah, it's not gonna do. Unlucky. That is not very much. Oh, did that make the defile happen? That's cute. Why not swing the one that had lifesteal? They are desperate. Hmm. I'm just trying to win right now, so I'll take the full tempo. I think that's the first time I've ever done this first. I think that's the very first time I've ever done that one first. Almost 2 hours late from Archie time. What are we doing today? We are playing Spagooty Warlock and absolutely destroying our opponent's will to potato. Well, you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, put them back in the twisting nether. Alright, I can play this now. We must expand our minds! Do I just play this? What is my lethal situation? Not yet. Now what? Do you have another Ceaseless Expanse in there? Why Hysteria instead of Defile? Because it was the first thing I saw, then I devoted all my brain power to other stuff to do. It ended up being fine, right? Like I didn't have anything else I wanted to do that turn. What I should have said is it was a guaranteed use for Hysteria, like a guaranteed clear for Hysteria, so I could save the Defile for something later, even though that doesn't make any sense. But it sounds like it was more intentional than it actually was. Does my opponent have like the brooms necessary to make these plays? Based order. Absolutely based order. You gotta have a broom. It's broom or lose, isn't it? Wow. Well. No, let me cast the Ghost Fireball. Ah ha ha, I see you brought Spagoo. Well, you are making this Gaslight Gatekeeper keep feel pretty stupid. Plot twist. I hope this gets reverted when it rotates. Like, 3 mana for this deck. Be better. Because on 4, like, you would really want to just be tap plotting, right? Like, if you have the option. But if this is 3, you have the option to do the shuffle on 3. Without floating mana. Time moves quickly. You're so ready for Questline Demon Hunter? But like, it wasn't great before. It was like already you do it just because it's a meme type of thing before. But like, it's fun. Like, that's how I would play it too if it cost 3. But I'm not worried about it on a, you know, like, oh no. 8 mana Odin, real. Can I have a dragon? Should I putrid? Oh my goodness, my opponent's a gamer? Terrifying. There's a dragon. And I'm dumb. But I was rewarded. Oh my goodness, I was like, well, I'm just gonna... I was trying not to draw last, but I drew stupid. Here's a dragon, let me put it back. But like I was trying not to draw last. I figured, oh, I'm gonna float a mana, I'll just trade it. But then, you know, oof. If I hadn't drawn this shadow, I probably would have just played this, which I think would have been fine, but still embarrassing because it wasn't intentional. Well, I want to do this, so I'm gonna. Then I'm gonna do that. Why not make this arena deck? Because I need 2 times Plot Twist and 2 times Gaslight Gatekeeper, or else the deck is not consistent. And the consistency of completing the quest is what makes it fun. They will revert bulk combo this time, Cope. Yeah, Cope. It's literally never happening. Literally never happening. Get your hopes down. Whew. What up, George? It's so funny.
We must expand our minds.
Wow, nice. This deck has been reasonably successful. Yeah, it's been all right. It like has good things to do. Bananas just for me? I'll miss you, Sarah. I actually will miss you, Sarah. It's too bad. What a sight!
What is taking so long?
Defile works with Reborn still, right? Alright. Ow. Scared of death. Has good things to do and bully Shadow Priests, yeah. Yep. It feels more viable than some of the early versions of the change road, that's for sure. I feel like I'm pretty positive. I had like a record low amount of time to find the footage that I look for these on last stream with this deck. The total stream was like 2 hours. I just instantly found everything I needed. Well, you didn't get a lot of value, did you? I should probably pop guard here, huh? I want to tap, but I also want to not be at death's door. So... I can still tap. Play just one of them. It's more damage if I do it like this. Ooh, nice! Alright, that worked out great. Lion Hunter flashbacks, Lion Hunter. I don't know why that tilts me so bad. Like, it makes more sense after the nerf, like calling it Lion Hunter. I stand by, like, it did not make sense to call it that before the first round of nerfs, but ugh. Like, some of those donkey names are just, they're tough for me. Which deck beats Libram Paladin? Maybe Spaghetti Beast Hunter? Maybe? I really want to play my Kazakusan, so I'm going to work on that.
Nobody there.
Oh, I didn't draw a thing. A dragon. Too bad. I was like excited to play this. I think I still will, just for the sake of progressing it, but
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
dropping this much stats when you want to play Kazakusan is a little dangerous because it's like, you know, they need some very specific answers to this. Where's my Defile? Holy moly! Well, that was a very specific answer now, wasn't it? Yikes. Now I'm afraid of death. And I guess I just do this, right?
A new planet to burn.
Do you think we're dead? I'm scared. Don't do it. Whatever you're planning, you leave me alone. I want to live. Kazakusan is right at the top of my polk out pile. Where's my polk out?
Your wish is my suggestion.
Hope they don't fix the Stargaris bug. The three options that are a bit tilted look cool. They might not. It's the type of bug that they sometimes just never get around to. Trying to think of what the other one is. There's one that's like, it's been that way forever, and I don't remember what it is. Is that their ETC card? Okay. Ooh, there's a dragon. Brand take time. I'm thinking that, but also like I feel like I need to heal or have taunts. I also want to play these dragons. Yeah, I guess I'll brand tick for the fans.
A new planet to burn.
Decent? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we could be dead at any second, you know? Oh? Opponent is in it to win it. In it to play some secrets. Ooh, there's bulk out.
Raise hell. Raise hell.
Yeah, let's see if I can get the heal 6 thing off of this. Tick again? Oh, I guess I could have ticked again, couldn't I have? That's funny. I'm really scared of death. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, next turn we can Kazakusan. That'll be cool. Actually finish them off, well, you know, if they don't concede. Like, sometimes I get to the spot where, like, alright, I can finally do the thing, and then they just concede, and I get really sad. But, you know, I can dragon one of these 2 dragons plus Kazakusan next turn. No! No! Okay, I have Zola, maybe. Oh, come on, please. Oh, that's so lame. No. So sad. All I wanted in the world was to put Kazakusan in my thumbnail. I played this whole extra game to make that happen, and you robbed me of it, Miguel. Just for that, I'm giving you a Proto Drake or something. Yeah, I'll take this. You can have the Proto Drake. What was in my starting hand? We'll find out next turn. Is it the time we finally use the Kill Jaden thing? I guess. Maybe we should have taken the secret stopper. We can do the quest again? That's true, we could, couldn't we? Play the Drake. Do it. Death Stalker Rexar. See what happens you play that quest. You'll see. You'll all see. Watch them get like a nutty charge minion off of this. I do have to be afraid of that, right? Like there's charge and there's big damage in there. You know, you could just get absolutely destroyed by a charge minion at some point. Really worries me that they're gonna play that this turn. Rush it. Oh, that's good. That's solid. Forgot this existed. Lake Thresher. What was that from? Scholomance? It just had cleave? Six, 13. I mean, like, it's often just lethal, right?
Your wish is my suggestion.
Well, we didn't get to Kazakhstan, but at least, you know, they're dead.